Okay, this is a test because I haven't been in front of the camera in almost a month and a half.
Pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to Pinky Hooks. And just in case y'all forgot, I'm your host, Shania Lancaster. I know it's been a while. I don't even think the camera's straight. Look, I have no idea. I feel like I forgot what to do. Anyway, before I get started, I want to say, if this is your first time watching, okay, and you don't know why you're watching this, it's probably some keyword that you keyed in and I said something and it landed in your feed, or you have watched something very similar to me and it landed in your feed as a recommendation. So I want to say thank you for watching, newcomers, and thank you for returning and staying with me while I was missing in action. Thank you. Okay. And again, if you're new to this channel, please, feel free to sit here and watch and check it out. I have a little bit of everything. I know you probably, for my old audience, they're probably like, how you gonna say what's on your channel? You haven't even been on your channel. True. Touche. True statement. I kind of forgot a little bit. No, but seriously though, this is a little bit of crocheting, a little bit of, I don't know, discussions, everyday life, a little bit talking about, people like me with arthritis or different types of medical problems with their hands, and how we can all be inspirations to each other while still doing the crafts that we love. And I used to say, and sometimes you'll see snippets of Ruby, my pet rabbit. Ruby is still alive. Me and Ruby, we were, it's been so rough, y'all. I wasn't even sure what I was going to do for this video tonight. It's been a whirlwind. 2022 has started off super duper crazy. Like when I made, what video did I make the last? Oh, the video that I made the last time was basically like following up part 2 to crocheting with arthritis, right? But prior to that one, it was, what's going on with Pinky Hooks? Well, I told y'all, I told y'all what was happening. It was a little bit of everything, but, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Excuse me. But after that video, right, and then the arthritis video, when I tell y'all, like when I said, oh, I got some things going on, originally I just had the whole entire thing with the crocheters block that I was calling it, like the writer's block. And man, y'all have no idea. Like, so many different things are going on. So I don't even know how to put it to y'all. Like my health, yeah. Ruby was in the vet like for almost 2 weeks. At the same time, I had an ER visit. I had, it's just so much, y'all. It's so much. And then on top of that, I think I started getting depressed, a little bit. I mean, it just seems like, when that old saying, when it rains, it pours, or, when one crazy thing happens, then it seems like everything that could go wrong, oh, I shouldn't say that, but everything will happen at one time. Yep. And it seemed like it did. And I didn't know if I was going to come back or not. to tell y'all the truth, I didn't know what was going on with me. And basically what it is that I'm just in a season right now. I am in a season. Everybody goes through seasons where they, some seasons are like really, really, really fun and happy to be in, and everything seems to be going right, maybe with work, with your family, your relationships, your money. But, and then there's those seasons like the one that I've been going through, where there is like, maybe you might be having some health problems or some financial problems, or you can't stand everybody at work. You don't want to go to work anymore. You sick of looking at your significant other. Look, I'm just putting some stuff out there. That's a true statement or whatever. So hold on. Okay, yeah. So yeah, basically I'm in that season. And so, it was nothing serious. Well, I thought it was something serious with my health. Okay. I'm going to tell y'all this story because, looking back on it now, it's kind of funny, but it wasn't funny when it was happening. Okay. So, okay. I go up and down, with my weight. And the thing about when you're struggling with your weight, you got to remember, like, the older we get, it can be very dangerous to have an excessive amount of weight. Now, I am not somebody who is like morbidly obese or anything like that, but my body frame, should not carry the kind of weight that I had been carrying. So basically, and then on top of that, you got to consider my age. I'm not old, but I'm no spring chicken, right? So what was happening was that I was getting depressed, and, because I was just like, I felt like I was carrying around two people, like I couldn't get this extra person off my back, but it was my weight. And so you got to remember that when you gain too much weight and your body cannot handle it, or basically what it is that your body will start showing you signs, which is why I don't understand when people get really, really heavy that they, sometimes they'll be like, I just woke up one day and it was like it was all there. And I'm like, no. Your body will start to give you signs. And a lot of times, I think a lot of us we try to ignore it. You just want to either put it on your age, or, it runs in the family, or, oh, it'll go away with a couple of, Tylenols or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? The one thing that I don't do is I do not lie to myself when it comes to my health. Okay. I know when I'm doing right and I know when I'm doing wrong, and it's just that simple. So nevertheless, anyway, so yeah, so I was being depressed, whatever. And then I started having some issues. Like, I noticed that I was starting to have more flare-ups with my arthritis, and the arthritis portion, okay? My arthritis will get irritated or aggravated, right, when I eat the wrong foods. So I was just like, because I was working all these crazy hours and I hated going to work, like I was like always like, I just can't go to work. But then I get there and I was there, like 10, 11, 12 hours or whatever. And then I would just go and grab something to eat, like whatever fast food there was or something. It's not that I ate a lot. That's not the problem. Is just that when I finally did eat, it was something wrong, right? So I know that fried foods, deep fried foods, French fries or anything like that will, like, it's not that I can't eat it, but if I keep eating it, I say 3 days in a row, yeah, I'm going to have some problems. It will take me like a week and a half to get rid of the inflammation from the arthritis. Now, you add that on to the weight. So the weight, right, irritates my cervical stenosis you know, around here and there. And, you know, even if I, you know, as I'm losing weight, even when I do lose the weight, the amount of weight that I want to lose, the cervical stenosis will still be there. That's you know, but what I'm saying is, think about it. If my spine is out of alignment because I'm sitting all day, you know, or the way I'm positioned and I'm crunched up like a little T-Rex all day on the keyboard, yeah, and then you put that weight on the spine, you can imagine. So yeah, that was another issue. So anyway, I know I done got off track already, but bear with me, y'all, because I was like, I had to do like 3 different tests before I got on this camera. I was just like, do I even know how to be on camera anymore? Anyway, so yeah, so with that being said, one day I went to work, and actually this was the week of right before my birthday. My birthday was in January. So yeah, I sat down at my desk, and I was feeling fine the night before. And then I remember coming into work, and I told my coworker, I was like, because I am a hypochondriac, okay? I was like, my left arm's hurting. And I was just like, and she looked at me because she knows. And I was like, you don't think I'm having a heart attack? And before I got to work, I had called my friend Anil, and I was just like, my left arm hurts. But I had heard that when you're having a stroke or a heart attack, that, you know, like it's in your left arm or whatever. But it wasn't like painful. It was just this, how can I say? It was like a discomfort, you know, that I couldn't really, it was annoying. And it actually, you know, like, I feel like I had felt it before, like maybe sometime last year, but you know, I just was just like, okay, I'm really, really worried. So anyway, I go in and I'm working throughout the day. And I remember my coworker saying, well, do you want, you know, like some BC, it was like a BC powder, which is basically crushed aspirin. And she really, really be like, that'll knock anything out. And normally it does. So I took that for whatever discomfort I was having. Now, I wasn't having chest pains or anything like that. And then I would say somewhere around, it was like 12:30 in the afternoon, around lunchtime. My coworker, she left the office. So it was just me and her in the office. And then I got up to go to the bathroom, okay? And when I was in the stall, you know, after I finished or whatever, I went to go stand up, you know, and flush the toilet, and I literally kind of fell into the side of the stall because I couldn't get my balance. Like, it was like I couldn't stand for a minute, you know? And I was like, whoa, you know, and me getting a little bit scared, I just wanted to hurry up and chalk it up and say, oh, you know, I got on heels today. I probably just lost my balance when I stood up. You know? So I go to the sink and I'm trying to wash my hands, but I'm like, it was like I was in some kind of boat, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like a little seasick because I was like super dizzy or whatever. And I went to go walk out the bathroom, and there's this long hallway in between my suite and where the executives sit. And normally there is somebody in that hallway all the time, right? But there was no one to be found. Of course there wasn't. Not when I was about to fall over. And but I basically could not walk straight. So I'm up here leaning against the wall looking like, you know, I just came from Duke's bar the night before. You know, like I had a hangover or something. If you live in Texas, you know who Duke's is. Anyway, so yeah, and I made it back into the suite, and when I finally sat down, my coworker came in, and I just said, Lisa, I think I need to go to the ER. I'm going to the ER, you know? And she was like, oh, and then I had went ahead and messaged, you know, I sent a message through Teams to my boss. I was just like, look, don't tell anybody, don't call the ambulance, because in my mind I'm thinking, I don't want to pay that money for the ambulance or whatever. I already got to pay money for the ER, but I need to go to the ER. And so at the time when I was typing, my vision got super blurry. And I was just like, oh my God, it's about to go down. This is it, you know. But I just knew that something was wrong. At this point now, I know something's wrong. So my co-worker ended up taking me to the ER. Now, when I was in the ER, you know, I go in because, you know, I don't know how everybody's hospitals, wherever you are, what the rules are, but my coworker, Lisa, she couldn't come in because they was just like, unless like if I was disabled, you couldn't come in because of COVID, you know? Oh, I shouldn't do the air quotes. COVID's real. I'm just saying, but I'm saying they was like, you can't come in with someone else. So she had to go sit and wait in her car. And so when you walk up to the check-in, usually the person will say, you know, why are you here today? Which she did. This is what I said because I didn't know what it was. I was just like, I think I'm having a heart attack. Like my vision was so blurry, I was wobbly. And by this time, oh yeah, that was the other thing too. Like my legs, my thighs, you know, they felt like jelly. It felt like I was on a waterbed. And that's what I said. I said, I think I'm having a heart attack. And the woman, she didn't even look up. She didn't look up. She was just like, she just threw that clipboard. She was doing some kind of paperwork or something on the computer. And she didn't even look up. She just threw the clipboard to the side. She was like, okay, fill this out and go have a seat. I just said, I think I'm having a heart attack. So in my mind, I was just like, well, maybe this is how things go now in the ER. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. In my mind, I'm thinking you will be like, oh, you know, ask me something else or whatever. Or I don't know, does a heart attack, if somebody says, I think I'm having a heart attack, do you just assess it and be like, oh yeah, you still got like 20 minutes before something serious happens? I don't know how it works. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, oh, okay. So I go sit down. Now, I'm already telling y'all that I have blurred vision and my, you know, motor skills is off. Like, I wasn't having slurred speech, but I know I was having difficulties talking. So therefore, I was having difficulties writing my information. It looked like I know I had better penmanship in first grade than what I had put on that paper. And I'm trying this. I mean, I'm looking at the people around me, you know, I'm just like, it was looking super duper crazy in there. And I was just like, and on top of that, it was a tight spot in the ER. Like, you know, by the grace of God, I probably have been in the ER maybe, I don't know, maybe 3 times in my whole entire life. Yep. True statement. So I don't, you know, I'm not really familiar because there's some people who go there like they going to lunch every week. You know what I mean? God bless their hearts. But anyway, it looked grimy. I don't know what was going on. So I sat there for about, I don't know, 18 minutes. And then a doctor had came in, the little nurse or admins or whatever, you know, the woman who took my paperwork. They started looking through, like, I guess, like that clipboard to see, like, who was next, but then to also see what was wrong with people. And the doctor was just like, where's Miss Lancaster? And I was like, here. And so that lady doctor, she was like, ma'am, come back here. And she told that admin, let her in. And so, you know, I don't know if she was giving her side eye, like, did she think she having a heart attack? So this doctor sits me down, like I'm still jittery. My vision is, you know, is blurry or whatever. She ordered somebody to hurry up and take my blood, you know, to see if my, I guess, sugar blood or something was up. Now, I do not have diabetes, right? But I have been feeling like, ooh, I might be getting close because of the weight that I was carrying. And there was just too many times that I was like always sick. You know, when I say sick, meaning that I'm not a sickly person. Thank you, Lord. I've never really been a sickly person. My dad will say that I wasn't a sickly child. So, it seems like every other week or every other 2 weeks, like there's always something going on. And I can't really tell with all this, the COVID and then we're in flu season and then the allergies or whatever. I'm just like, man, this is too much. But basically, I knew ahead of time, like my weight is getting out of control for me. Okay, for me, and I'm sorry, but I am a firm believer that when you carry too much weight, there's going to be consequences. Okay, your body's going to tell you, hey, I don't like all of this, and you know what, this part doesn't feel like working. And that's basically what was happening. So nevertheless, so anyway, what they had to do was, they took my blood pressure. It skyrocketed. I've never had high blood pressure. I don't have high blood pressure. So I was just like, I was really scared. I was really scared because then when that doctor was just like, snapping her fingers, they was just like, get her in a room or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God. And they stuck an IV up in my arm, and I was severely dehydrated. Then they did the EKG, to make sure. And then they did 3 different types of CAT scans, And basically, I had been in there for about 4 or 5 hours. And, excuse me. And then when they brought the x-rays of the CAT scan back to make sure, my head was all right. So this is what happened. The cervical stenosis in my neck, in my spine, had caused so much inflammation, right? Which was the thing that I say will travel to my hands. But because most of my inflammation is on my left side, that's that tingling that I will get in my arms, and really only in the left arm, right? Which is like the arm that most people, when they grab their arm, they're having a heart attack or something like that. But I just had like, it's a weird discomfort. I can't explain it. So anyway, yeah. So basically the cervical stenosis had caused the severe inflammation, right? The blurred vision and the whole falling down was my vertigo. I have vertigo. I do have vertigo. I had not had that kind of attack since I moved here. When I moved here in 2002, I discovered that I had vertigo, and I had to find out the hard way. I tried to get up out of bed one morning. I was younger then. I was like 30, and I fell right back down in bed. Could not get up to save my life. I had to roll and throw myself off the floor, and then I was like, this is brilliant, Shine. Now how the hell you gonna get up off the floor? Yeah. So 2 things happened at once, and it was the perfect storm to make me go to the ER. So, so then they sent me home with all like 4 different prescriptions, the arthritis, the cervical stenosis, the vertigo. And because the vertigo was so bad that, I was not allowed to drive for like 3 to 4 days, of course my motor skills are off or whatever. And so basically that was one episode, and that happened like on a Wednesday. My birthday was on a Saturday, and I mean, it was just like, and at that time, thank God, Ruby had already been in the vet hospital for almost a week. She had to stay there. She was almost there for 2 weeks because they thought she had stones, because she kept getting what she kept getting? Oh, the urinary tract infection. So yeah, I was just like, okay. Me and Ruby was racking up the medical bills. I was just like, great, lovely. So then finally, I got on the phone, on the internet, and made an appointment to go get my annual physical. And yeah, that was not really, well, the lab results was like a little scary. My numbers for the first time in my life, they did not look good. And my doctor was like, you don't have high blood pressure, but your white blood cell counts are shooting out the roof. And of course, if you have an increase in your white blood cell counts, that means your body is trying to fight something, or there is something in your body that is foreign to your body, and your body's like, what the hell is this? Let me get on my job and start, defending, or whatever. And then my doctor's like, you don't have diabetes, but you're not, you're pre-diabetic. And see, that's all I have to hear. That's all I have to hear. Because I told y'all I'm a hypochondriac, and basically my dad has always used the term, like, I hope he's not watching, but there's two terms that my dad will use, or people in my family, the older people in my family would use. They'd be like, either get the molasses out your ass. Oh, excuse me. This is a family show. Yup. I might have to retake that. Get the molasses out your behind and get a move on, meaning stop playing around. Or the other saying, which is still the same, which is, you know what? You needed a fire under your behind to basically make you jump. Like, don't let me light a fire underneath your behind, because that's what will get people moving. Some people, I'm just not that person. And my doctor, he could see that I was almost in tears when he started reading the results, because I am a person who I don't like taking medication. I just don't. I'm not a medicine person because I don't really believe in it so much. I believe that the right foods, basically, I'm like, a little bit of a holistic person, that's my concept. I do believe in let thy food be thy medicine, I'm not, hey, if I got any subscribers that are doctors or whatever, hey, I'm not downing, science. What I'm saying is, for me, I don't like putting stuff in my body, because every single medicine, okay, it is a known fact, every medicine has some kind of crazy side effect. While it's healing one thing, it's causing another problem. You see what I'm saying? So who the hell wants to take that? Not I. And I was just like, this is, I don't want to do this, because what he did was he put me on medication for a pre-diabetic stage, and I was just like, okay, so that was my wake-up call. Yup. And that day when I went home and you got these stupid pills or whatever, I was just like, and I started looking at my countertop from the ER visit with those 4 medications, and then the other 2 that he put me on. I was just like, oh no, this ain't working. This ain't my style. It's not. And I've been working, on my body so that I can stop taking all of that, because I don't plan on making it. I don't want to be married to that medication. I just don't. No, that's what happened. Yup. And of course, so that's, yeah, I don't, yeah, that was one of the things that happened. But anyway, then, then I was like feeling some kind of way with the channel, my YouTube channel, because I was depressed, and I was like telling Linda and Anil, I was just like, I don't think I can keep this up. It was just, my mind was always racing. I know that I had made that video and told you guys, hey, I'm having a little bit of block right now. I'm having a little bit of problems, but when you get depressed or you get down on yourself, basically you start doubting yourself. Is that a true statement? Yeah. And I couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I ended up taking a complete break, not only from my channel. I wasn't watching other people's channels that I'm subscribed to, except for one, and they know who they are. Buckeye Bunny. That's right, Buckeye Bunny. Yes, it was the channel that was bringing me joy, happiness. It literally took me away from everybody. Now, Buckeye Bunny, I know y'all like, who the hell's Buckeye Bunny? Buckeye Bunny she is, and she actually has two channels, right? And I got to know her because I was subscribed to her first channel called Holland Lop, Ohio Holland Lop, because she breeds, well, she used to breed Holland Lop rabbits. And she is the person who I learned from on how to take care of Ruby. And thanks to her, thank you, Diane, Ruby is thriving, as far as health, or even when she's sick. The reason why Ruby's still alive and I'm always able to get her to the vet in time is because I've been taught on what to look for. And so basically, Diane went ahead and she made another channel, and she is doing her passion, which is she's a gamer mom. She's a mom, but she plays video games, and you can watch or you can join. So basically, she was the only person that I was looking at, like I'd be at work and I'd get that notification and I would just listen to her. And she has such a calm, soothing voice. Like, I was just like, she sounds like the kind of mom that everybody will want because of the sound of her voice. And it's so soothing. And I love watching her channel. But Diane herself will tell you that even after a while, I stopped making appearances. When I say appearances, like, she knows who I am and on my channel. And so I stopped tuning in because I was really trying to get my life together. So yeah, I wasn't looking at anybody's channel. I missed Mama G. I really missed her. I just didn't want to turn on anything right then because I was so down and depressed, and I was constantly thinking about, I started comparing myself, my channel, how well I was doing, and I don't know, yeah, depression can be, it's a demon, and it can really, really cause some damage, if you're not strong enough. And, yeah. So now I'm about to show y'all what was going on with the crocheting. Whew. All that medicine gives me cotton mouth. Ugh. That's all I want to do is drink. Drink water like crazy. So remember when I said that I was having crocheters block? So what I decided to do also with you guys, I wanted to share all the crazy projects that I was just like, damn it, that's not turning out right. Okay, let's start here. So one of the projects that I decided to do was because I was like, I've already made 2 shawls, right? Even though I love making shawls. I just love making shawls. I love them. And I do like blankets. But I can make dolls. I can make baby clothes. I've made all kinds of stuff in the crochet world, but that was from someone else's pattern. Like, it'd be somebody like maybe Crystal Bagel Day Crochet on her channel, or I do something from excuse me, what's that lady's name called? I don't know how to say it, but Machiavel, I don't know. Yeah. And I do something from somebody else. Fiberflux. Yeah. I would do something from their channel, and I can follow, and I have books. I have a ton of books. I can read patterns, whether it's a diagram or written instructions. I can read both kinds of patterns. And so I wanted to make a I wanted to make a baby sweater or a short sleeve sweater or a smock or something. So I picked out a yarn and I didn't write a pattern. I was just like, I'm just going to wing it, And this is the project, which I think it's a failed project because as y'all can see, it's just this square. And I know y'all like, Shia, what's happening? Look, there's the little neckline, like right here. Look, because I was supposed to extend it up and it's supposed to be like a little turtleneck. Then I started making the sleeves. Yup. Now, if y'all like, Shia, what baby is that going to fit? I guess like a toddler. You know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling good because I was just like, okay, I seen Crystal do it before. I seen Fiberflux do it before, I'm talking about the basic way to do it, not where like I've seen people start around the collar, or whatever, and then they build out. But I was just like, I'm just going to make it, simple. I'm going to do 2 panels, sew it together, leave, holes for the arms. And then I'm going to sew the shoulder line. And then I'm going to go ahead, right? And then I was like really, really happy in the beginning because look, it's so pretty. The colors are pretty. But then I got to sewing up the side and this is what it looks like. Can y'all see that? I don't, y'all might not think that looks bad, but I think it looks crazy. Yeah. I don't know. And then, yeah, the little arm. And then I was just like, okay, and the arm is supposed to be longer. It's supposed to be a sweater. And then, I don't know, I was looking at that side again. And look, I don't know. Y'all might be like, that looks okay to me. But basically, you see the yarn is still attached to it. I just threw it to the side. I was disgusted. I was disgusted with it because it ain't really turned out like, I don't know. I was at the finish line. Yeah. And I just was just like, no. So here's the other one. Wait a minute. This. So this is a Red Heart Yarn Boutique yarn. Y'all seen this plenty of times before, probably on Crystal's channel or when you go into Joann's or Michael's, whoever got it. So I had learned this stitch and I forgot what the stitch is called, but I'm supposed to be teaching it to y'all soon. And I thought that it was going to be pretty cool. Now, I was supposed to be making a rectangle like shawl. Well, more so like a rectangle wrap. And as you can see, okay, and they're pretty, like the stitches, can y'all see that? Yeah. I guess, but the problem is, I don't know what I was thinking. Look, who is that going to wrap around? That's not going to wrap around me. Even though I'm losing weight, it's not going to wrap around me. It won't even wrap around Linda, and Linda is the size of a Polly Pocket. Yep, she's little. So then I was just like, oh, I can make a scarf, right? But then I was just like, again, what kind of scarf? Look, what is that going to be? So then I thought, oh, well, Cheyenne, oh, dang it. Oh, wait a minute. I was just like, Cheyenne, just keep going. And connect it and make a cow. But that's not what I wanted to do. I was trying to make it into something else, but have y'all ever tried to do something and that what you really wanted to do? And then you're like, it's like you just don't, you're like, no, I don't want to make it into a cow or a scarf because that wasn't my original intentions were, right? And so, and anybody who knows, if y'all like Shine, just pull it out. If you've worked with Red Heart Boutique yarn, boutique, is this the boutique? No, Red Heart, Unforgettable, and Boutique. Their yarns are beautiful. They're nice and shiny and everything, but everybody knows that is not the yarn to ribbit. No, it is not your friend. So I'm going to have to snip that, and I'm going to snip it and use the rest of this for something else. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I have plenty of this color. Okay. Moving on to the next failed project. So then I was just like, ooh, I told Linda, I was just like, after I made the last video, the follow-up with the crochet with arthritis video, I was just like, well, Valentine's Day is coming, you know, and let me make something, because I feel like I feel like I'm always late for whatever holiday is coming up. Like, I get the project done, you know, and I've noticed that I've had this kind of pattern since I started this channel. I might get it done right at the holiday. Like when I made the 4th of July bag, you know, that bag, I mean, I think I finished it the day before 4th of July. I mean, what I need to do is start making stuff like ahead of time so that I can give you guys time enough to make it for the actual holiday. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah. So anyway, I was just like, yeah, I'm on top of it. Because we had this discussion like, maybe, I don't know, 3rd week of January, something like that. So I was just like, oh yeah, that's enough time. So the question was, what was I going to make? And I was just like, oh, I'm making a Valentine's Day blanket, but I wanted to do something special. So I said, I'm going to go ahead and do a blanket full of granny squares. Yep, I do like granny squares. Well, it's a love-hate relationship between granny squares. So then I was just like, well, what colors am I going to do? You know, and I have a book. I had a book that I had bought like the end of last year. Is like 99 granny squares motifs, you know. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make a whole bunch of motifs and I'm gonna put it together. And I was gonna do like an adult size blanket, you know, because when you make granny square blankets, you gotta sew all of that up in the end. Now, I know some people work their squares together while they're creating them. I'm not there yet. I've seen tons of videos, but I was like, nah, I just do it the old fashioned way. So then I was just like, okay, I'm gonna pick pink, white, and red. So what I did was I tried a couple of different combinations, right? And this is what I got. Let me see. The first one, I was just like, oh, wait. Okay. Sorry, I had to think about it. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, you know, it came out all right, you know, I guess. And then I was just like, okay. And then I tried to do this one because I was like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to do them like, well, as you can see, it's 2 different sizes because because of the yarns that I was using. And then I was just like, oh, and then I wanted to do all Karen Simply Soft yarn, you know, and I was just like, which is a 4, but for some reason, you know, it's just coming out super duper tiny. Well, the pattern that I picked out, I didn't realize it was like, it was this small. It's like, look, that's like a button. Right? So then I made this one. I was just like, okay, so wait a minute. This is white and red. And then this, I know it looks white to y'all right now, and that's because of the light. I have day light bulbs, but that's like pink. Let me see if y'all can see if I put something behind it. Dang it. I don't know. But it's pink and red. And then I was just like, oh, okay, the pink, and that's when Linda was just like, yeah, because she said the white and she said that these, especially this, she said, I don't know, that reminds me of Christmas. Then I was like, what about this one? And she's like, you know, she said it's nice. And then this is the white and pink one, right? If I do it like that, then y'all can see the pink, yeah. And then I was just like, oh, well, let me try this one. And I did red and pink. And the red and pink was more successful. Like that looked Valentine-y to me. Then I had this great idea, like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to make a whole bunch of motifs in the, hold on, sorry y'all, in the red and the pink and the white and the pink. If like I was going to do different combinations and then put them all together and make a blanket. And I think what is this one? I don't know. Oh yeah, and then I got inspired to create my own motif, and I started this, which I'm pretty proud of that. But then I didn't know how to make it into a square. I was just like, what the? So then I just, one day when I came home from work after being exhausted, I was just looking. I was just like, none of them were sizing up, I guess, and they were all, like curving in like that, like right there, And I was just like, how am I going to sew this together? I think that's what happened. I tried to sew these together just to see what it was going to look like. And then I was confusing myself because I was just like, if all of these have different borders around them, right, color-wise, what color do I use to sew them up, to join them? Because, so boop, put that to the side. And then I was supposed to, and I talked to my mom on the phone because me and her now, we got the same hobby going on. Remember when I told y'all in one of the videos, I think it was what's going on with Pinky Hooks, I said that I have a new hobby and I've been doing diamond arts, right? So I was talking on the phone with my mom and I was just like, yeah, I love this. And she was thinking, maybe you can introduce the diamond arts on your channel. I'm like, yeah, that's a thought. But I know this one woman, she has a channel already. And frankly, I'll show you guys. I might just show y'all like the finished product, but that's not me, like to put it on, because it's a form of relaxation and I don't want to be filming me doing diamond arts. I'm not really sure. I mean, somebody else already got that locked down and she's really good at it. I don't think that that's something that, I don't know, my audience will be interested in, right? I don't know. Anyway, so I told my mom, I was like, look, I'm going to take the advice of one of my subscribers, which is Barb. Barbara, a long time ago, she has said, you know what? I would like to see some more stitch tutorials. And I said, you know what? Okay. Because I was very grateful to Barbara because she was the only person, I think she still is the only person, no offense to everybody else, because I appreciate everybody and love when y'all leave me a comment, right? But she was the only person that made a suggestion. And she was just like, I would like to see some more stitch tutorials. And for a while, I might have did, let me see, how many stitch tutorials I have on my channel? I still got some fingers left over. Not a lot. But, yeah, so I was telling my mom about one of the goals that I wanted to do was to do more intricate, more challenging stitches. Yep. And so I was just like all head over heels because I was going to have a whole entire segment of doing what I call 3D stitches, or better yet, the proper term is called embossed stitches. So it's like, when you see the cables, anything that raises up, and it puts it into 3D motion, it's not 2D. That's what embossed is. And so I found this really, really cool one, and it's called embossed circles or something, embossed. I forgot what it's called. But anyway, so I was practicing with it, and this is what it looks like. See that? Look. So basically what it is, as you can see from the back, it is double crochets, right? And then you're working basically on top of the double crochets as you go along. And so it sticks out. Look, it raises up. Look at that. If I do it like that, right, it's sticking out. But then and there's nothing wrong with this. I was just like, oh, okay. And I was getting the hang of it, and I did a little one. Then I was just like, I don't know what happened with this. I don't want to say this is a failed project. So if y'all want to learn how to do this, you know, of course, you're not going to put that many, but I don't know what you're going to do. And if you just want to put it around, like I thought this would make a really, really cute, like if I had made it bigger, look, and smaller, that'd make a cute, what do you call that? Did you put on a baby? What's that thing? Headband or something. Yeah, whatever. You know, you can put it on a sweater. So we're not going to put that on the reject side. We'll put that over here. Really, the reject should be on my left and this should be on my right, but I'm backwards. So we'll put that to the side. If y'all want to learn that stitch, just say, Shania, we want to learn that embossed or 3D stitch. Put it in the comments and that can go on the list for what you guys want to see me crochet. Okay? Yeah, I had a couple of stitches that I wanted to teach y'all. Like this stitch right here. Oh, isn't that beautiful? I love that. Look at that. So this isn't a failed one. It's just like, I don't know what happened. I don't know. It's not failed. And neither is that. Then I had this idea that I wanted to do a set of washcloths. Now, y'all probably like, but Shine, this, you know, it's not that hard to make a washcloth. I'm talking about not a dish rag. I'm talking about washcloths, like body cloths. Because I have a ton of this cotton yarn and I was just like, oh, I need to use a lot of that, right? But I mean, it's not failed. It's just, and it's cotton. It's 100% cotton. It's super duper soft. It is, oh my God, what it's called? It's Michael's, God, what is that? Loops and, is it Loops and Threads from Michael's? It's 100% cotton. I had got a ton of these rolls when it was on clearance last summer, at the end of the summer. And then I was just like, you ever get something like a yarn that you're just like, either you thought it was really, really beautiful and you're just like, oh my God, I gotta have it. I can make something great with it. Or you got a lot of yarn like me that just because somebody said this was once $4.99, now it's like $1. And you was just like, yeah, and you scooped it all up. And then you got it home and you started looking at it like, what the hell am I gonna make with that? That was me. I got a ton of this yarn. And I was just like, it's cotton, you know? What am I gonna do with it? Like, that's not something that I would make a scarf with, right? I was just like, and I've tried making cotton hats. It just looks like you wearing a big dusting rag when you're here because of the, it just doesn't look good. Not to me, it doesn't. Maybe I just don't know how to work with, I know how to work with cotton when it comes to making like maybe a shirt or something like that, but I didn't know what to do with it. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to make a whole stack of washcloths, like body cloths, you know. Now, some people don't like to use, you know, some people use loofahs and some people use the, what's that other thing? That exfoliating sponge or that mesh sponge. And I use like that too, but I need a good old fashioned washcloth. Or, you know what I was going to name these? The lady cloths. Yep. Because I thought to myself, like when I come home from work and or wherever, and I need to take off my makeup, I normally just, you know, do like this with the soap or whatever. And then I go like this, right? And then I'm feeling around and then I'm like, oh, okay. And when I go to dry my face off with my towel, I notice all this residue because I haven't really like gotten everything off, you know, and I would prefer to use a cloth. So I was supposed to make a whole bunch of these, but for some reason they take forever to make, or it could just be my hands. Yep. So I don't want to say this is a fail. So it's a success. I just didn't get around to showing y'all. If you want me to show y'all what kind of cotton, what kind of stitch, y'all see that I did, leave it in the comments below. Okay, on to the next project. Okay, so I have a ton, and I do mean a ton, of Karen latte cakes. That's right. If y'all remember, my very, very first video was a blanket. It was a baby blanket done in a rice stitch. It's my very first video. And yeah, so I was just like, you know what? It's time for me to start, getting that inventory down, which I should make a video and show y'all my yarn closet because that thing is out of control. So I was just like, the thing about the Karen latte cakes, I think a lot of people like it. I think they love it, but we all buy it. And then when you get it home, because of that fuzz, right? You don't know what to do with it, because I think a lot of times when we're creating, we want to do some kind of stitch that will be noticeable. And if you remember what I said in the first video, when you're working with the Karen latte cakes, I would always, I think I said it before in that video or in another video, but I said you don't really want to do like a really fancy stitch because it might get lost in that texture because of the hair, the fuzz, right? And so I think a lot of people, we all found out when we got it home, we was just like, and we started working with it, and then maybe we was doing a certain stitch, and then you start working and you're just like, it seems like wasted time. Nobody's going to be able to see that stitch because of the fur. But you want to do something great with it. And people will start saying, what in the world am I going to do with this yarn? People love that yarn because it's so soft. And believe it or not, if you've ever worked with the Karen latte cakes, the beautiful thing about this is that it looks like it would tangle or you wouldn't be able to frog it, but it comes out beautifully. Like, it does not tangle, which is amazing to me, right? So I was just like, you know what? You have to work patterns that is kind of like a 3D stitch, meaning there is some kind of, I don't know if you want to say texture, but yeah. So I decided to do, which I'm gonna show y'all that I'm still gonna do this. But anyway, I started working in a chevron. It's called a chevron wave stitch, and on one of my latte cakes. And here it is. Like, this is as far as I got. And I know y'all probably, it's upside down. Yeah, because you kind of see where I'm at, right? And I was just like, ooh. And I showed Linda, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty. Now, I took most of it out, but then I got tired of pulling it out. I literally got halfway through the blanket. And this is a blanket for an adult. Halfway through, y'all. I know y'all like, Shine, that's not halfway through. You know why? Because I pulled out. And then I got mad, and I was tired of pulling it out. Because let me tell y'all, look, let me see if y'all can see this. You can't see it now. So what happened was, I think I stopped pulling. Oh, I got the stitch marker right here, right? The reason why I have that stitch marker right there is because that is when I said, okay, right here, it was straight. You see, it's nice and straight. And then it started going in, and then y'all didn't see it, but it was literally going like this, like a freaking triangle. And what was crazy about it was that if y'all saying, well, Shine, how did you get halfway through the blanket and you didn't realize it? You know why? Because if it's on your lap, and you're just turning the work around, you're not really seeing it, right? But a lot of times, like, I think what happened, oh yeah, that's what happened. So it started getting really big, right? And so I was just like, let me see how much further I'm gonna go. So I take it over to this area, the dining room table, and I spread it out, and I was, oh my God, I'm telling you, I mean, all of nature, mankind, aliens in space, everybody heard me scream. I'm telling you, it was bad, y'all. It was bad. This is what started the whole entire crochet block. That is a true statement. This is the culprit. Be mad. If y'all like, I was mad because you wasn't around. Yes. Y'all want me to choke it for you? Yes, this was the one that started it all. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, first of all, you know, anybody who has been crocheting for a long time or knitting, there is nothing worse in the world than to get halfway through. Or better yet, let's go back to the baby sweater. More than halfway through, and you be like, oh, this isn't going to work. You will keep lying to yourself. Like, I kept lying to myself. I was like, yeah, you know, this is what I was saying when I saw that it was going like this. I was starting to stretch it, kind of like I do my clothes, like making myself believe that I really can still fit it. And I was like, yeah, it stretches, you know, and I was trying to stretch, and I was like, oh yeah, I just need to block it. And I started spraying it, and I was pinning it down, trying to block it. And then, you know, it's like, Cheyenne, you don't lie to yourself about your body. Why would you lie about this? And that's what happened. And every time I picked up in something else and tried to do it, baby, it was just like, yeah. So that was that. And before that had happened, okay, the same color, see, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, okay, now y'all can see this one. So that same color, right? I originally started, I forgot what the name of the stitch is. Oh, okay. I mean, it's kind of cool because you can kind of see the pattern. And I was going to keep going until I saw the side. Now, look at the side. Look, hold on. Let me see if y'all can see. You see how it's going up? It's going to the side. I was just like, it's not straight. And then I would try to lie to myself. So I would try to like tilt it. And I'm like, Shine, it's just crooked, girl. Stop. Let me see. Oh, this one is really bad. This side is real bad. Look, y'all can see that. I know y'all can't see that. I'm gonna have to zoom in. You see? I'm telling you, it is straight on the bottom, so y'all don't see me pulling it this way. You see how I was just going up? I was mad. I was really mad. Because I was just like, oh, and then I started looking at it, and I'm like, I don't want to do that anyway. Yup, that's what happened with that. And then, what was the other thing? There's some other ones around here. I was just so done. But there is a happy ending. Because there is a finished project with a Karen latte cake that I will be recording this week. I was supposed to be recording last week. Barb came on the comments. I don't know if it was last Sunday or something. Here she go. Pinky Hooks, it's been too long. And I was just like, uh-oh. But, and yeah, and it was some new subscribers, Dennis, over in the UK. Hi, Dennis. I thank you for subscribing. I think you subscribed. I don't know. He may not have subscribed publicly. He was telling me his story about his hands. Yeah, I was telling him, and there's another new subscriber. I don't know if it was Carol. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. But they were telling me how much they like latte cakes, right? And I was just like, and I had told them like 2.5 weeks ago, I'm working on one, which I was, but I kept telling people like, yeah, I should be putting out a video this week, but y'all just heard my part of my story, right? So that's what was going on, and I was just every day I was just like, I don't feel like recording. I'm tired. I'm sick, but I finished a blanket. Yeah, it is beautiful, and I will be doing a tutorial. Okay, look at that. Now look at that beautiful stitch. Can y'all see? You see how those, oh, look at that, look at that, look. Oh, isn't that cute? Look. Oh, it's like, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, y'all remember when we were kids? I don't know how old most of y'all are, but the candy, and it'd be like these little dot candies. What was that candy called? And it was like on a strip of white paper. You see those little bumps? Look. Candy dots. What are they called? Candy dots? I think so. Yeah. And you just, I don't know who made that up. And it wasn't that the candy was super good. It was just fun, I guess. Yeah. And when oh my God. And I also want to bring to y'all attention another video, or I might do it in this tutorial coming up. But I was so proud of myself, y'all. Never have I been able to get my blanket right where the sides, which y'all really can't see, and I'm going to have to lay it down, the sides are so straight. They are so straight, and it has taken me all these years to figure out how people actually start to do the mistakes that I was doing on those other blankets. I could not understand that, because I would be like, how did that happen? What am I doing wrong? Matter of fact, if you watch my first video again, I mean, I'm sorry, but that side of those blankets was a little crooked, a little wavy, like they had been drinking. Yeah. I could not figure it out. But you know what? I took my time with this. I mean, I take my time with my projects, but because I was in a dark place, you know, I mean, it was almost like I was scared that I forgot, like I had lost my skill, that I lost my stilo on crocheting. And I don't know. I was just like, man, I got to make it happen. Look at this. This is just beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. And I can't wait to show this to y'all. Okay. And then, yeah, like I said, oh my God, this video is going to be long. So anyway, yeah, so that is the tutorial that's coming up. And it really is coming up this week, okay? Because now y'all seen it and it's done, okay? And I noticed that there's been a lot of views for the very first video that I put out, that crochet blanket made with the Karen latte cakes. And I didn't understand why nobody was really watching it when I first put it out. But you know why? Because I made that blanket 3 days before Memorial Day, and I don't think anybody wants to use Karen latte cakes. Or could it have just been that nobody knew who the hell I was? So that could be it. But now, yeah, it's almost at 800 views. And then I just want to show y'all something. This means a lot to me. So y'all know those little bowls that y'all have seen that holds your yarn when you're crocheting? I have always wanted one. I've always wanted one. I don't know why I would not buy mine. Maybe because I couldn't make up my mind. I didn't know if I wanted the ceramic bowl or whatever. And for Christmas, the most special gift for Christmas that I got was from my godchild, or as I call her, godwoman, Katie Nolan. She bought me this. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, darling, come here, lover. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Katie got me this, and she was just like, oh my God, I'm sorry it's so late, you know. And I didn't care. I didn't care, you know, like, you know, I'm not expecting anything. I mean, at this age, I'm like, you know, I think we all, when we get to this age, we start saying, I'm not really expecting nothing. You just, you know. But because really I was feeling down, starting really with the holidays, y'all just couldn't see it, you know. And then it just kept getting worse or whatever. And when I got this and I opened this up, that beautiful thing, look at that. That is some great skills. Look at the finish on there. I'm sorry about the glare, y'all. Look at that. And you see those 3 holes, because if you're working something, excuse me, that has, excuse me, multiple colors, you know, multiple yarns. Like, I didn't understand it when I was sitting in the stores, and I'm like, duh, you know, Cheyenne, is to put like different yarns in there. But it's just, ooh, look at the finish. Let me take out the ball. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Isn't that pretty? That is just gorgeous. It is beautiful. She got it off of Etsy. Yeah, she was a little mad because something was going on with it, which was why it was late or whatever. And I just told her, you know what, Katie, it doesn't matter, you know. And I'm actually going to, because it's signed on the bottom, it's called Fash O Knit. So Fash, F is in Frank, ASH, and then like O with a what do you call that, apostrophe, and then knit, Fasho Knit. And Fasho Knit, if you come across my channel, I just gave y'all a shout out. Somebody might come to y'all thing, so if I ever want another one of these, I want to get something. But anyway, yeah, so it's beautiful. And let me tell you something. I was just, oh, I was so happy. It literally brought tears to my eyes. Yup. Oh, it's so beautiful. It was, oh yeah, I'm so in love with this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you again, Katie. My godchild, God woman child, godchild woman. Yep. Was there something else I was supposed to show y'all? Nope. No, not for right now. No. So, yup, that is everything. This video was supposed to be about whatever, a little bit of everything. And I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. I know that I've seen some names. Look, I was about to say, where's my phone so I can start going through a couple of names. The phone is right there. I'm recording. But I do remember Dennis. Dennis, the reason why Dennis, I mean, because number one, he's in the UK, you know, and he was the last person that I was having a conversation with. And Dennis, I hope that you don't mind. Well, you already put it out there. So, but I'm going to share your story real quick. So a lot of the subscribers that I have been getting within the past month, they're mainly coming due to the arthritis videos, okay? And as I said in that second video, I would have never guessed in a million years that those videos, you know, that original video would bring so many people to my corner, you know, of my world. And it just goes to show you that a lot of people are out there, you know, everybody got something going on, you know, but I didn't realize that many people had problems with their hands and stuff. And Dennis, everybody has touched my heart. I have said that in all the comments. When anybody comments, especially on the arthritis videos, I make it my business to reach back out to that person and tell them thank you for sharing your story. I hope that this brings some kind of inspiration. But Dennis told me that he was born missing fingers. Can you imagine? He was born missing fingers. But yet, Dennis, not only does he know how to crochet, he teaches others. He shows others. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. So, yes, I could not believe, you know, when I woke up that morning and I was feeling kind of, you know, I'm still trying to get out this slump, but man, I read his story and I was just like, what? And I literally was actually, no, I think I read it at work. I know I was supposed to be busy. I think I was late going to a meeting or something. I didn't care. I wanted to comment because I was just like, what? You know, I was amazed at his story. Y'all, if y'all go to, I think he left the comments in the last crochet video, and he tells us, you know, he gives some insight to his story, and I was just like, wow. You know, yeah. So all of us who are suffering with something and we want to crochet or knit or whatever, you know, not only do my videos, you know, I want my videos to bring hope and inspiration to people and ways to get around, you know, problems with their hands, or if you got like what I have. Because right before I made this, right before I started recording, I said I was actually going, in my mind, I was like, I'm going to do the tutorial tonight. I promise y'all, I cannot make this up. My hands, now, you see, they're back to normal. I lied to y'all not, it was like this shade And it was getting darker like that. Yeah, they just flared up. And I knew it was, like I said, I can tell it was the cervical stenosis. And then my hands got fat and shiny, right, while I was doing my nails. And I was just like, well, I won't be crocheting tonight. But yeah, and then they went back down. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, Dennis' story is amazing, you know. And I know people are probably like, well, Cheyenne, yeah, we seen people swim and that don't have limbs, and you seen people paint with their feet or whatever. And you know what? You're right. I forgot about those people. I think most of us do, sometimes. Yup, and Dennis reminded me. So thank you, Dennis. And thank you, everybody who stuck around and waited for me to come back. I think I'm back. Yup. So that's it for now. And yeah, the next video this week, now since I done showed y'all the goods, I'm gonna show y'all how to do this stitch. And here is something else to make with Karen latte cakes. So I'm going to wrap it up because I actually have to go to work tomorrow. I do. Tomorrow's President's Day. And my job is just like President Day, Schmeasurance Day. Bring your behind in here to work. So, gotta go to work. But anyway, I'm gonna do a quick shout out. Now since I'm back. Barb. She was just like, bang, bang, bang. Pinky hooks. Too long. Hi, Barb. Hey, Linda. I told Linda, I was like, Linda, I'm about to start recording. I don't know what she said because I hurried up and turned off my notifications. I put my phone in do not disturb when I'm recording. She probably was just like, good luck with that because you probably don't even know how to work the camera anymore. Hi, Anil. Yup. And hey, Mom, Dad. Mom, if you're watching, I hope you feel better. Hope you're getting better or whatever. She's not sick, but yeah, she knows what's up. Yes. And then, yeah, Brian Miller. Miller's birthday was, I call him a Valentine's Day baby. He was February 13th. And so we're both of us now. Yeah, this 50 plus thing is like, I can't believe. I'm like, man, I mean, I ain't old, but again, I ain't no spring chicken. Yep. Happy birthday again. My cousin Michelle. Yup. Hey, how you doing? My Aunt Kathy, you probably not talking to me. Aunt Kathy, I'm sorry. Happy belated birthday. I woke up that morning saying, it's her birthday. I'm going to call her. And I don't know what happened. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. Oh, and then there's Stacy. Stacy, hi. And Gwen, is it, oh God. Gwendolyn? I'm sorry. But Gwen knows who can I just call you Gwen for short? For right now? And if you say no, then I won't ever say it again. Yeah. Hi. And yeah. Hey, Buckeye Bunny. Yup. And I want to say Cynthia Stitches. I'm so sorry. You wished me a happy birthday and I was so like out of it. And so I wasn't on, and I sent you a message and said, I'm sorry. Because you said that you gave me a shout out and people wanted to say happy birthday. And I was just too much in my feelings and boohoo snotting all over the place and being fat and depressed. Yeah, it's over. Yeah. Oh, hey, Shannon. Hey. Yeah. So, yep. So again, thank you guys for sticking with me. Thank you people who continue to subscribe, which I was shocked because I was just like, man, I've been missing. They probably like, I'm just going to subscribe to this ghost channel. Yup. Thank you. And I don't know what's coming down the pipeline, but I think it's safe to say that I'm feeling really good because I finally finished something and I think I'm out of my crochet mental block, because I am currently working on another project that is going very well. So yeah. So again, thank you for watching. Leave a comment below, tell me what y'all think, what you would like to see, tell me what's going on in your lives if you want, if you don't want to say anything, that's cool. Just keep watching. And yeah, that's it. So until next time, peace out. And God bless. Bye-bye.